We live in a world that tells you money is the ultimate cheat code. The internet says if you have the six-figure salary and the luxury watch, women will line up at your door. But here's the cold, hard psychological truth. Money can buy a woman's time, but it can never buy her devotion. Think about it. Why do we see billionaires losing their wives to average guys? Why do women stay with struggling artists while leaving the CEO? It's because female psychology is wired for things a bank account simply can't provide. Money is a tool, not a personality. If you rely on your wallet to do the talking, you'll only attract women who are interested in your balance, not your soul. Today, we're breaking down the 6 things women secretly crave more than your wallet. These are the traits that trigger deep, biological attraction. And stick around for number 1 because it's the secret weapon of the most attractive men on the planet, and most guys are doing the exact opposite. Number 6 is emotional safety. Think of money like a house, it provides the roof. But emotional safety is the feeling of being home. In psychology, a woman's attraction is deeply tied to her nervous system. If she feels she has to walk on eggshells, hide her true thoughts, or perform to avoid your judgment or anger, she will eventually pull away. It doesn't matter if you're taking her to Paris. If she feels anxious in your presence, her body will literally reject the connection. A man who provides safety is a man who listens without trying to fix everything immediately. He doesn't get defensive when she expresses a feeling. He is a safe harbor in a chaotic world. When a woman feels safe, her brain releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. This hormone is the glue of long-term relationships. Money provides comfort, but safety provides the kind of connection that survives a crisis. Next up is competence. There is a massive myth that women want a man with a big bank account. What they actually want is the traits required to get that money: grit, intelligence, and resourcefulness. Psychologically, women are attracted to the capable man. This is the guy who knows how to handle the world. Whether it's navigating a difficult social situation, fixing a leak under the sink, or figuring out a complex problem at work, competence is a massive aphrodisiac. It tells her subconscious, if life gets hard, this man has the skills to keep us alive and thriving. A rich man who is helpless and has to call his assistant for every minor inconvenience is far less attractive than a middle-class man who is highly capable. Competence radiates masculine energy. It says you are a protector, not just a payer. Number 4 is something money actually makes harder to do: the feeling of being seen. A common mistake wealthy men make is trying to replace attention with gifts. But in female psychology, active attunement is everything. This means noticing the small things that everyone else misses. It's not just saying, "You look pretty." It's saying, "I noticed how much heart you put into that presentation today." Or, "I saw how you handled that difficult person with so much grace." When you notice the nuances of her personality, her fears, and her wins, you are giving her the most expensive currency on earth: your undivided attention. In a world full of digital distractions and look-at-me culture, a man who truly sees a woman is a rare gem. She doesn't want to be a trophy on your shelf. She wants to be a partner in your vision. Number 3 is playfulness. Life is heavy. Careers are stressful. The world is full of serious problems. If a man only brings logic and seriousness to the relationship, it starts to feel like a second job. Women secretly love a man who can break the tension with a joke, a tease, or a moment of spontaneous fun. Laughter triggers a massive dopamine release in the brain. If you are her primary source of joy and laughter, she becomes psychologically hooked on your presence. Think about the class clown who always had the prettiest girlfriend. It wasn't his bank account. It was his ability to shift her emotional state. You can't buy a genuine, stomach-aching belly laugh. If you can make her feel like a kid again, you've won a spot in her heart that money can't touch. Number 2 is a secret most women won't admit: decisiveness. In the modern world, many women are in boss mode all day long. They are making high-stakes decisions, managing teams, and handling complex logistics. By the time they see you, they are suffering from decision fatigue. A man who says, "I don't know, what do you want to do?" is actually adding to her stress. But a man who says, "I've handled dinner, be ready at 7, is giving her a psychological vacation. This creates sexual polarity. When you take the lead, she can finally drop her guard and relax into her feminine energy. It's not about being a dictator or controlling her. It's about being a leader who has a plan. That feeling of being led by a man who knows where he's going is worth more than any diamond necklace. And finally, the number one thing women love more than money: an unshakable presence. Psychologists often refer to this as the rock effect. A woman's emotions can be like a storm, intense and ever-changing. If you become emotional, reactive, or angry just because she is having a bad day, you both drown. A man who can stay grounded and calm even when things go wrong is the ultimate high-value man. If she tests your boundaries and you remain cool and collected, you pass the biological test. He represents certainty. In an uncertain world, a man who knows exactly who he is and isn't easily rattled by external circumstances is the most attractive thing a woman can find. She doesn't want to lead you. She wants to know that you can't be moved. Money is great for comfort, but these 6 psychological pillars are what build a lasting, passionate relationship. If you can master these, you won't just attract any woman. You will attract a high-quality woman who respects you for who you are, not what you have. Remember, a bank account can be emptied overnight, but your character and your presence stay with you forever. Which of these 6 do you struggle with the most? Is it being decisive or maybe staying calm during the storm? Drop a comment below. I read every single one. If you found this insight helpful, hit that like button and subscribe. It helps the channel reach more men who are tired of the surface level advice. And if you want to see the 3 tests every woman gives a man, watch this video right here.